Bugatti Divo. I'm sat in a Bugatti Divo. Words fail to describe what's happening to me now. You've got a W16 with 1,500 horsepower, and it sounds something like this. 1,500 horsepower, 1,600 Newton meters of torque, a top speed of north of 400 kilometers per hour, 0 to 100 in 2.4. Everything about this car is extreme. The rev counter, no, I don't even see a rev counter. The speedometer, sorry for mistaking, goes up to 500 kilometers per hour. Yes, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Supercar Diaries, and welcome again to another episode of our Germany tour. We are up in Bremen in North Germany at Holman International. Go check them out on Instagram, and of course, we've got something very special over here. Where's reverse gear? Reverse. How do I engage reverse? How do I engage reverse?
Einfach. Und dann.
Ach so, wunderbar. It's not every day you get to drive a car like this, which is just astronomical. I mean, the privilege of sitting, I might look like a total goofbag, not knowing exactly how to how to engage the gears, but I don't really care because this car is worth 6.5 million euros. I mean, sorry, 6.5 million euros. I have also never done a review of a car driving backwards, but apparently that is the way we're doing it today. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, it's just we've doing this as quick as we can, but it is just an astronomical privilege to be able to just even drive this car from there to here. The most expensive car I've ever sat in, the most expensive car I probably ever will sit in, and the car with the most horsepower I've ever been in. Looking forward to the first time ever being able to drive something like this on the open road, but that is it for the moment. Let's get out, look at this car, do some car porn, and then do a little talk on exactly what it is that we're actually sitting in. This is the Bugatti Divo, one of 40 in the world, and I think it is the best looking one in the world. They have different varieties of how they've painted the other ones, but I think this is just to die for. Let me know down in the comments how you like this. If you just Google the Bugatti Divo, you'll see multiple pictures of some of them with the black accents. How do you like this? Matte black with this beautiful, shiny gold, and of course, the glossy carbon fiber. I can't get over this car. It is so sexy in my opinion. We've had split sort of comments and opinions in the team pertaining to that. Some say it's a bit too much. I think it's perfect. And this is the first time that I'm literally standing next to a full-size Bugatti, and I did imagine them to be slightly bigger. I mean, this car is fitted with an 8-liter W16 4-turbocharged, just 1,500 horsepower, 1,600 Newton meters of torque. Everything about this car is just huge. The proportions, not that much. This is the only thing I find a little bit weird. We actually had to come here in a VW Golf, and the key looks like this. I mean, we've all seen a VW Golf key. with the only exception that it's a Bugatti key. Yes, yes, of course. Now that is the second key for this car, right? The first key, the original key, looks a little bit better, I've been told. But the point is, that's no excuse. If you're getting two sets of keys for a car that's costing 6 million euros netto, then both keys should come in a freaking golden box, in my opinion. If we think back of the days, the glory days of the Bugatti Veyron, we realized that they couldn't slap any more things into it to make it faster, because if they did, it'll make it heavier. So they had to work on the aero to actually get the car to go quick. And apart from having worked on the aero, what they did do is, in order to get it over that 400 mark, they actually lowered the car at a certain speed. If you look at this, you can understand why. There's a hell of a lot of space in here, and I'm sure at certain speeds that is actually going to be dealt with. But again, it just brings me to that point that if you look at a supercar, and this is a hypercar, not a supercar, and if you take a far away look at it, please tell me that you also think it just rides too high. Unfortunately, there's no Novitec springs for Bugatti, but in my opinion, you know what I'm going to say. The airflow hits this car in all kinds of directions. The warm air in here escaping through here. These fins, similar to that you get on the F8 in Largo. Go and click on the top left side of the screen. You can watch our video on exactly what the airflow does, especially in areas like this. Our F8 in Largos having that as well. The rough air on the side of this car being fed into there. This massive gaping bit over here. But look at the shape of this. Look at the shape that you have over here. And then if you open the door, there's this, oh, I love this stuff. There's this illuminated light on the inside. Look at this curving light over here that resembles the same shape than you get on the side of this Bugatti Divo. These doors, the cavities that they have over here, really sinister little pointy doors with your handle in there. And it's not some flimsy flappy piece of plastic here, it's really hardcore metal grip. Oh, there's so much more happening in the back. So I think what we're going to do is turn this car around, right? And then talk about the rear. I was making fun about how this key looks a little bit like a Golf, but what is not to be made fun of is just how incredibly drivable this car is. It really is. Anybody can get in there and just throw this around. The size, the dimensions of it is totally usable and doable, even in traffic. Visibility is great. You can see through all the windows. Pinpointy stuff. Back over there. Let's look at the back of this car. Wow! These huge paneled shoulders. The back is just to die for. Seriously, how the air gets over here, it's fed in there. The whole rear part of this car, everything works super hard on the aero. Cavities over here, that big W16 over there, 4 turbochargers. Have I said it's got 1,500 horsepower? It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I've never seen, honestly, I've never put eyes on something that looks so good from the behind. Except my girlfriend, of course. The exhaust pipe, there's nothing normal about this. It is just really, it's difficult to keep your pose. It is really difficult. This is an active aero wing, so it also pivots in order to help get the car going quick when it's going at high speeds, but also to stabilize it. It's just really something phenomenal. Guys, there's no chance in the world we're going to be able to take out this car for a drive, but what we are going to do is to rev up ever so slightly and put some decibels onto our decibel chart in the Novitec Deci Battle. So let's just start this up and see exactly how loud the Divo is. 109.9. People, it's not about exactly how loud it is or being the loudest. It's about how glorious that sound is. And that W16 sounds, it's like standing next to the lion and it roaring. It does something to your spine. If you guys haven't, please feel free to like and to subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, and me personally at Beyond the Cork or Novitec Group or Holman International, because they got a whole hall full of really cool cars. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for joining us. Ciao. Absolutely incredible. This is the force be with you. Maurice wishes for nothing more than